I want to share a quote with you from Dr. Martin Seligman, who is a leader in the new era of psychology. And what he said is, psychology is not just the study of damage and weakness. It is also the study of strength and virtue. Treatment is not only fixing what is broken, but nourishing what is best within us. So that's what I want us to look at today, is how can we nourish what is best within us by manifesting an environment for mental wellness. You on board? Yeah. Great. So I have 3 things I want you to watch for that is going to help you to automatically manifest an environment for mental wellness. The first is watch your boundaries. Actively pay attention to what your boundaries are and honor them. There's only 3 reasons you should take a gig. 1, you love it. 2, it's a smart career move. Or 3, money. I always mention money last because so often I see people that are taking jobs that don't fit their parameters out of economic fear and out of desperation. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should be a diva and only take gigs that pay $4K a week, and if you can manifest that, like, go off, sis, and like, call me. But what I am saying is that when you are taking a job, especially the one that doesn't serve you, do a cost-benefit analysis of what taking that job is actually going to cost you. Does it pay well, but it's going to physically injure you and you won't be able to do shows afterwards? Does taking this show or role go against your values or your morals? Is staying in a specific role or show going to keep you stuck in a toxic work environment? I'll share a personal experience that I was in a show that I absolutely loved, and I was being bullied. And although I stayed away from our shared dressing room, we still shared the stage. And I'll be honest, she was taking my joy in performing away from me. I was slipping into a deeper and deeper depression. I was using my sick days as mental health days just to avoid her. And so I finally came to the decision for myself that if the powers that be weren't going to protect my faith, I had to protect myself. And so I decided that I was going to leave the show. And guess what, y'all? The moment I made the decision, she up and left the show. So then I was asked to stay on, and I was able to be in that show for 5 long years, including being the closing company of that show in 2019. Okay. The universe will not take care of you if you don't take care of you. So watch your boundaries. Yeah. Second, watch your mouth. Self-compassion, cultivate it. In my practice as a therapist, I see so many people that have lost sight of their own intrinsic value and worth. And as artists, it's even harder because we get applause, we get laughter, we're here hooping and hollering after everything that we do. And somewhere along the way, we start to forget that we have to hoop and holler for ourselves because it's not always going to come from outside. That same compassion that you have for other people, you need to have that for yourself so that your self-esteem doesn't crumble. Because we live in a world where that's where they are geared. That's what we're geared for, is for our self-esteem to crumble, and we can't let that happen. I used to have people talk about my body all the time, that it wasn't like a Broadway body. I stopped doing that one day, and guess what? Broadway still calls and asks me to audition. I have to leave this event to go do a concert with some other Broadway stars later tonight. So this guy standing in front of you is great, and it took for me to recognize that and take care of myself. You know, it's the only industry as artists where there's a whole job description for people to talk crap about you. They literally pay critics. Don't do their job for them, especially not for free. Let the critics do that. You watch your mouth. If you have a trash performance, you had a trash performance. You are not a trash performer. Yeah. If you can't hit that note, you can work on it. You are not a bad singer. So don't motivate yourself with fear. Don't beat yourself up after something that goes wrong. Recognize your imperfections and show them love too. Watch your mouth. I'm almost done. I just got one more thing for you to watch. Is watch your input. Watch your input. There was this commercial, I may date myself a little bit here, but the commercial was like, OMG, my BFF gel. And I used to make fun of that commercial so much that I was then walking around talking about W2F in my actual life. That can happen with everything that we take in our entertainment. And don't get me wrong, green juice is great, but if all you're doing is watching trash TV, some may write. And I watch Love Island to decompress just like everybody else, but that's dessert. I had a nutritionist one time who urged me, she said, don't worry about restricting, just make sure you add vegetables to your diet. And lo and behold, everything balanced itself out. So add some nutrition to your entertainment. Watch Love Island to decompress, but also listen to Brene Brown. Get you a podcast. Get you some aspirational, inspirational friends. Follow the right people on TikTok. Go to therapy. So you need to watch your input. Just make sure you add nutritional value to what you are taking in, because you are what you eat. And I'm not just talking about B12, but that's good for you too. So I know y'all didn't take notes, and I came up here and I talked very, very fast. So I have a present for you. I made a PDF on my link tree that has 3 tips for how you can watch your boundaries, watch your mouth, and watch your input. The best way to find that is my link tree. It's Work with Imari, I-M-A-R-I. Work with Imari.